Do you remember the time when you said Converge was bad?
Champion.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
to tap out at turn 5 to play this and to have
I mean-
more than 3 colors to get all the stuff that you mentioned.
Yeah,
everything.
bro.
you have to work a bit for Converge, but
Tooth and Nail brought in two creatures. That mattered. Okay, this one just
I
brings
tell you
one.
what, bro,
And
this
it's
is
three
gonna
casting
this
costs.
is gonna go into my Sultai control deck now.
Yeah, let's see you play Sultai.
Next up,
Hey guys, welcome to this week's episode of Magic the Chattering. I'm Alvin.
And I'm Nick.
So first up, the winner of this week's Spartan Giveaway is Ian Chin.
Congratulations, Ian. Ian wins 15 ringgit in Spartan credits.
And you are correct, Ian. He actually did get run over by a lawnmower.
If you want to win a 15 ringgit Spartan giveaway, leave a comment in the comment section below.
So last weekend, SCG Indiana happened.
Oh yeah, week 1 of BFZ Standard. And what an awesome weekend indeed for the meta.
It was. So here are the 5 key takeaways from last weekend's tournament. Number 1, Red is not dead.
I told you so.
Yeah, so apparently Atarka Red won SCG Indy of what looks like to be a shell of Red deck wins.
Let's have a look at the deck list now. Well, if you check it out, Red has lost so much burn spells that this is a Red deck, but it's not a Red deck wins deck. Effectively, it's more of like a Red-Green combo deck. Brian DeMars decided to go with the beatdown plan this time around. His plan A would be to Bloodlust and Berserk his way for the win. For those that don't know, Bloodlust is now Titan Strength, and Berserk is effectively Thermal Battle Rage.
I have to say this looks a lot like the old blue-white heroic deck.
Yeah, effectively, this is an all-in strategy. You're putting all your eggs into one basket. So, all throughout that 15 rounds in SCG Indy, all his opponents kept thinking that this was a Martin Dang, going wide and then into an Ataka Command deck. And they kept tapping out, dying to this all-in combo.
So tell me, what is the plan of the deck?
Well, first plan, come up with Winnies and then go into Titan Strength, Thermal Battle Rage for about 10 to 15 damage. Plan B, if that doesn't work, then only they go into the Martin Dan plan of going wide and then finishing it off with Ataka Command.
Right.
And plan C, if all else fails, just flip your Chandra and then ulti it until you burn to the head.
Oh, there you go. I mean, going into like post-BFZ release, what changes do you think you can actually make to the deck?
Well, in his post-finals comment, Brian DeMars did admit that he hated the fact that the main deck, Lightning Berserkers and Makindi Slug Runner, was, subpar all weekend long. He kept siding it out in games 2 and 3 for like either Thunderbreak Region or Hangerback Walker. So maybe those 3 slots could be changed to a Hangerback Walker because it's better against, a pinpoint removal field. Thunderbreak Region might not be the creature of choice, seeing as to how Abzan Command and Crackling Doom was very popular last Sunday.
Yeah, it was. So there you go. Actually, a really, really good, I would say mono red deck with splash of green.
Yeah. This is the de facto fast aggro deck of the meta.
Definitely a deck to consider for your FNMs and future tournaments.
Most definitely.
Alright. Number 2, Abzan Aggro is the most popular deck type, and why am I not surprised?
Of course, this is a ancestral deck from last season. Effectively, it didn't lose much tools. I mean, Frisbee Lion is gone. Now you have one of the first 3 taking over the spot of Frisbee Lion. Abzan Aggro was the most popular archetype into day 2. It was 25% of the field.
Yeah.
But its conversion rate was so bad. It had a below 50% win rate.
Is it because that maybe they actually didn't incorporate any new tech?
Maybe. That's one. But point number 2 is mana bases are now more greedy. Which brings us to point number 3.
Point number 3. Jeskai Black is the 3rd most popular archetype.
Yep. turns out BFZ is good for playing 4-color decks, yo. Besides Abzan aggro and rate-based strategies being in the top 2 choices, the third most played archetype on day 2 was Jeskai Black.
And
So-
why black?
What is Jeskai Black? Let's have a look at the deck list.
So it seems like the sole inclusion for black is a playset of Crackling Doom.
And one Butcher of the Horde. I mean, now that you can splash into Sunken Hollows, why not play the second best removal spell in standard right now at instant speed?
I have to say, the Tango lands really actually do make quite a difference.
It's crazy, man. The interaction between KTK fetches and BFZ Tango lands. Suddenly, you know, the KTK clans can play a 4th color. Suddenly you can see, you know, Jeskai Black, Abzan Red. Somebody was even joking online of Esper Green. I don't know why, why. But yeah, this Jeskai Black listing builds upon the strength of last season's Jeskai deck. Jeskai was already a very strong, you know, mid-rangey deck, which can just fly over with their threats. But, you know, being able to pack 4 Crackling Dooms means they wouldn't have much problems against the Esper Dragons matchup, nor the Abzan matchups.
That's quite true. That's quite true.
Yeah, 10% of the field on day 2 was Jeskai Black. And it has one of the more higher conversion rates because at least 14% of the top 64 decks were Jeskai Black.
It could be that people weren't exactly expecting Crackling Doom out of Jeskai.
I guess so, yeah. Suddenly they will go fetch and turn into Sunken Hollow, untap, Crackling Doom away your Rhino, continue swing.
Well, talking about greedy mana bases, number 4, Converge is a thing, folks.
Oh my god, remember that time when you and Tank said that Converge sucked ass?
Flames. Card with Converge. Mechanics that I don't think, you know, I like it very much. What do you think, Alvin?
I got no words to it.
Yes, and I'm
Bring to
on camera.
life.
On camera, I'm willing
camera.
to grow. Okay.
So, are you like having a spoonful of humble pie right now?
Quite the humble pie.
Sedap tak? Sedap.
That's it. So, tell me why.
This was the best conversion on day 2. There was only 3 pilots for 5-color Bring Into Light. Out of the 3 pilots, one of them, Jerry T, ended up in the top 8, and the other 2 ended up in the top 16.
So, let's take a look at Jerry T's deck list.
The basic idea for the deck is it's a very greedy mana base,
Extremely greedy, I
which
must say.
rewards you with like 8 ways to get Rhino. 4 Siege Rhinos and 4 Bring to Lights. I really love Ken Kenner's listing even more.
Which we'll see here.
Yeah. I mean, the inclusion of the 4 main deck Mantis Riders make Ken Kenner's listing even more aggro. You know, suddenly being able to play 9 Rhinos becomes more relevant when your beatdown starts on turn 3.
And it's very interesting to see that Jace Vryn's Prodigy is still making an impact.
Of course, I mean, if you think about it now, the meta right now is really, really slow. There's no more effective instant speed removal. There's no more Bulb Lights. There's no more Hero Downfall. People are playing sorcery speed removal. You know, Lightning Strike is gone.
Yeah.
You know, so Magma Spray is gone.
So Jace
Serious
thrives
Blaze is
in a
gone.
meta that is weak on removal.
Yeah, when people are playing stuff like Soul Reeve and Abzan Charm and Crackling Doom, I don't think Jace is gonna die anytime soon.
Yep, definitely not.
So
And I think he actually builds the engine for the deck as well, you know, with his looting capabilities.
most definitely, and the fact that you can also Snapcaster back another removal spell. Just
Or
obscene.
Snapcaster back Bringing to Light.
Yeah, that's why Ken Kenner's listing, we jokingly say, has 9 Rhinos. That's like 4 Bring to Light, 4 Siege Rhino, and 1
Clever Impersonator.
yeah, Clever Impersonator. That's just obscene, man. Rhino into Rhino into Rhino into Rhino.
Plus Jace, you know, just to make it even more obscene.
Oh, and guess what? 4 copies of Radiant Flames, bro. That card that you said was shitty.
I don't like this humble pie. You know?
You know why Radiant Flames is awesome in Can's listing?
Tell me why.
Is because with Mantis Rider on the board, he can scale down his Radiant Flames to only be 2 damage to clear the opposing side's board.
Alright.
With Rhino on the board, he can like cash it in for the full 3 damage and clear the opponent's side of the board. So, yeah, a scalable removal spell, why not?
With all these greedy mana bases, 5 color decks, 4 color decks, you'd wonder whether 2 color decks still exist. Which brings us to point number 5.
Yeah.
2 color strategies still exist.
Of course, the thing is when you're trying to play greedy mana bases, you tend to fail when you need your mana the most. Like I think leading into the top 8, we saw some people fail in the feature match area because they couldn't get the raid fetch. Yeah, they were stuck. They couldn't fetch the Smoldering March. Was it the red black land? So they're holding their removal spells, but either they can't get the second black for Languish, or they can't even get the first raid for Radiant Flames. So, as we can see from the finals at SCG Indy, maybe going the 2 color route is the right way after all.
We had Ataka Red versus,
Mike Major's Green White Megamorph.
which we'll see the deck list here.
So Green White Megamorph got a major upgrade from BFZ. From number 1, Gideon, Ally of Zendika, giving it a super boost in the mid to late game.
I have to say, it really did make an impact for the deck.
Yeah, I mean, I saw on camera people were like going turn 4, Gideon, cash it in, turn 5, cast it, then Protector, return Gideon to hand, and then cash it in again. It's just
sweet,
obscene. It's just obscene.
Alright, so now that we've seen all the featured deck lists from SCG Indy, let's just take a look at the summary of the current deck list in the metagame.
Yeah, so if you're trying to test a new deck list for the current new meta, these are the gauntlet decks you should test against. For Rock, we have Jeskai Black and Green White Megamorph.
It's interesting to see Jeskai in a rock position.
Well, the current Black Splash makes it more controlling since you have Radiant Flames and Crackling Doom. For Paper, we have Expert Dragons, still around. Abzan Control, and I'm glad to say 5 color Bring to Light.
I have to say, I mean, despite me eating this humble pie, I'm kind of happy that a 5 color deck is actually making waves.
Oh yeah, it reminds me of Lorwyn Standard all over again.
Don't remind me of that.
And lastly, under Scissors, we have Ataka Red and Abzan Aggro.
Right, so who do you think will, win SCG?
I think it's gonna be 5 color Bring to Light, bro.
I think it has room to grow, room for more fixing, for more fine-tuning. Actually.
Yeah, I feel the deck list from last weekend was too controlling. If we go down Cannon's route, it should be more aggro. Play all the best creatures from the format. Nothing's stopping you, man. The mana base is there.
And you can actually go the control route from the sideboard as well.
Yeah,
if you wish.
you can add in Duress, you can add in Transgress the Mind. Main deck, I foresee they're gonna start packing 4 Abzan Charm, 4 Crackling Doom, and maybe 3 to 4 copies of Radiant Flame. Try beating that.
I think that is a bit too much because I think the key here would actually be Bring to Light.
Of course.
So having a lot of one-off removals, I think most likely be better.
Most likely. But
I mean, Jerry did run like a Crux of Fate and it wasn't Anguish.
Tragic Arrogance. But
Tragic
if
Arrogance.
you want to go for a more beatdown route, you don't want to be clearing your side of the board as well. So that's why you go for 2 of the best pinpoint removal spells in standard right now, being Crackling Doom and Abzan Charm. And then the best board wipe that you can at least manage, being Radiant Flames. The problem with Languish is you'll be killing your own Mantis
Mantis
Riders.
Riders.
So yeah.
Fair enough. Very interesting.
I'm looking forward to Converge winning Pro Tour BFZ. Humble pie.
Humble
Sedap
pie.
nya.
But you have converted me, bro. Converged me to the convergence movement.
Nice. I'm looking forward to playing Converge.
I can't wait to see Converge.
If anybody want to sell me their jades, please talk to Nick.
At a premium. So that's it for this week's Magic the Chattering. Stay tuned to our next episode every Thursday.
What do you think of this week's episode? Tell us in the comment section below.
Yeah, and if you think you'd like to add to like the current metagame, please let us know your thoughts. And as always, if you like us, subscribe and share our video. This is Elvin,
And I'm Nick.
signing off.